Welcome, everybody, to the Journeymen Lounge podcast.
You better be praying to God because, you're 14 and losses in a row. You're going to need Jesus.
Am I wrong?
I thought you were pretty wrong, yeah.
Okay, welcome to the Journeymen Lounge podcast. We are coming at you on a gorgeous day here. I am 1/3 of your normal hosting staff, Woj. We have to my right.
I'm Ryan.
We have on the far end.
We have Bobby on.
And we have back again.
Guest host, AJ.
Sir AJ. Coming to, do a fine job just again. I want to applaud you because, some of our reoccurring guests, this is a big deal for you. I just have to tell you that.
Well, I appreciate it, gents.
Yeah, you don't get the second invite unless you were good on the first.
And his family's in the business. Maybe we could pump up our numbers. We'll find out.
Those are rookie numbers.
Those are rookie numbers. We got to pump those up. Yeah.
All right. So as we're coming back to you here, I do want to just do a quick. We're gonna do a personal kind of golf. I'd like mid year update. So I'm just gonna throw it over to anybody and just be like, "Yo, how's your golf game going? Are you doing better, worse? What can you improve on, or some shit?"
I'll start.
And then we will talk about some of the latest drama on the golf course professionally. So I'm gonna start real quick.
Okay.
I'm just gonna tell you, I've been pretty around my average. Nothing's going too awful. I need to get better at reading like green, slope, like just make sure that, also implosions, where you just take a couple bad shots, couple more bad shots, you're, going for a
I'll
double,
say this,
triple
though.
bogey.
I think you've improved from previous year, and your putting has gotten astronomically better. So that's something to take home.
That is definitely a positive. I will just say that the score, luckily, is in the range, so I'm not like last year. Just as a comparison, I would have rounds where I'd be like, I'd shoot an 84, then a 95, then an 87, then a 102, and I was like, what the fuck is happening? I'm not consistent.
Mitigate your losses. That's sometimes half the game.
I think if I cut down on the implosion holes, I'm shooting without a doubt under the 80s, but more in again what a good range
the 80s,
for me.
Not under. If you hit 70s.
No, I said in the 80s.
Okay, they said under the 80s.
But I'm just saying in like the mid 80s, I would feel good. I would feel good as a golfer.
Hell yeah.
But all right, so I'm going to throw it over to AJ. AJ's chomping at the bit here.
Yeah, the golf game's been actually pretty solid lately, keeping up to my 12 handicap, so typically in low 80s. But last time I was out,
I was going to say bullshit on your last time.
Yeah, no, that's what I was getting at, Bobby. Me and a few buddies, we did 36 holes at Geneva National. Now, mind you, those are very hard courses.
Yeah.
I shot 95 and 98, so that is nowhere near my capacity.
And Josh was with you. He was also a guest panelist on our
He
podcast.
did just as bad, but the first round I did better. The second round, I was all sorts of discombobulated. I was smoking and drank too much.
Whoa,
so
we have a chance.
Yeah, if you get me all high, I can fuck up when you guys when we do our next rematch. So
I do want to interject here because you brought up something that Bobby is, he goes every year to do these 36 holes. You played one this year already. AJ, what's your kind of feeling on playing 36? So 18 and then 18.
Oh, I love it as long as you're able to like take a little break, get some food in your stomach.
That's fair.
And if they're back to back, it's a little harder. But you got to give yourself like that hour and a half break so that you could take a shit if you need to. Pardon my French, but
we don't swear. This is a Christian.
No, but it's important to refuel because Woj, when I was with you on the 18, I wasn't not ready for the 18 that I did with you on the second half. It was such a long, it was 4.5, 5 hours or like rolling on. And it's like the pace got to me a little bit more towards the end of the day.
It's a lot. Like, Ryan, what do you think about playing 18 and then 18?
I've never done it. That sounds like a lot. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay,
I will be 18.
I'll be honest. I've never done it either. But again,
you have with some of our golf trips, no?
No,
the guys.
No.
Oh no, we never did 36 in a day.
No, 36 to me sounds like I would start to hate the fact that I'm playing 30. I think like the first 27 would be pretty good.
The back
and then the back nine starts
nine.
to hit you, and when it hits me, dude, it hits me hard. Like
I can see that.
I've like a couple times.
You're a very emotional player.
Sometimes I've just picked up the ball and get it. Where the fuck are we eating? I'm hungry right now. It's like we're on 16. I'm like, all right, fuck.
That's why you need to eat between the 36.
No, that leads me to a quick story. I'm not really happy with how things are going. So for me right now, I'm just What got to me recently is mental. Usually I'm mentally, like, I'm okay if I have fortified, but it got to me on my last time out. And granted, this was in the Smoky Mountains of Tennessee, and it was really hot. It was like 95 with 100% humidity. I was sending the ball, which, I had never adjusted for. Like, my irons were going an extra 15, 20, which makes sense, but I never adapted, and it was just creating a lot more problems for me. So that sucked. But when we did Geneva National, I got way too fucked up at the halfway point. By like hole 5 or 6 on the back 18, I was like, dude, are we almost done? And they looked at me and like, there's like dots for pupils. And I'm like,
Bobby was whipping at the ball.
Dude, I was swinging just to make contact. I really didn't even have any idea of where it might go.
I'm not going to lie. Both of your guys kind of seem like self-sabotage.
Yeah. Agreed. Yeah.
But if you're staying, in the pocket, it seems to be you could do 36. You could get it done.
It was rough. I'll just say this.
We'll see. Maybe the Journeymen will do a 36-hour.
No, I don't. I'm not going to subscribe to that.
36-hole outing though, and then just report back like this fucking sucked, and just go off.
I'd rather do 18.
I think he's right. You got to eat in between.
Yes, you need a good
Ryan,
hour or two. All right.
Did you already say?
No, I didn't.
You just haven't done it.
No.
The golf stuff.
Yeah, you want me to know? I'm just happy to be able to golf at all. I couldn't golf at all last year, pretty much, except for one time tearing my Achilles, so I'm just happy to get any round in.
And you're dialing in your putting. You're doing better.
Yeah, I'm getting better. You guys are obviously really good golfers, better than me, but I'm trying to get there.
Really good. All right, I'll take it.
Well, I'm just saying, I just shot like a 97, like a couple rounds ago, and for me, that's like good. Anything under 100, honestly, is like good. If I can try and get it to like 95 to 105, but anything over that, it's like, and I have had a couple rounds this year. It's just more about like getting consistent and just not having those fuck up shots like in between where it's like a 5 turns into a 7, and then
I got you.
Those kind of
I know
stack
exactly
up.
what you're talking about.
You get like 3 or 4 of those. Maybe you hit one out of bounds or something, and then you usually like I have a great tee shot, and then like I flub my chip, onto the green or something.
Flub is such a great word.
Or if
or you skull the shit out of a ball.
Me and Woj went last week, and we had this slow couple in front of us, and like it just fucked with we're like fast golfers.
I'm a tempo person.
Yeah.
I agree. Yeah.
So we were shooting. I shot seriously the first 5 holes all 7s because we were just so fucked up.
It was some of the most atrocious, like, disregard for the rules.
Where'd you play?
Like the rules.
Eaglewood. So like the dude would
Usually I like that course. That sucks.
It's nice.
Why didn't they give you the pass through or like wave you through?
So we played when it wouldn't really have mattered because in front of them was another twosome.
So it was just
in front of them was like a foursome. So they didn't.
You were fucked regardless.
They didn't pair people together correctly.
They're still being dumb.
But I mean, they're the blatant disregard for like just etiquette of like the guy would hit a wedge shot, hit a wedge shot like 10 yards from the green, then go back to the cart, then grab the putter, then walk out to the thing, then hit. Then the other guys on the other side of the green do the same fucking thing.
No.
The fucking one guy gave up on a hole, sculls a chip across the green,
right,
and he fucking walks all the way over to go grab up the ball where the guy was standing right there.
It's horrible.
Your friend didn't even grab it and like, yo, you're done, and just toss it to him?
The guy was clearly had to have said, like, I'm done with this hole. Why doesn't the other guy grab it, throw it?
I would have said something at that point. I'd be like, guys, you're holding up the game, and this is ridiculous.
Woj a couple times hit a ball their way. Gave him a little
warning. You know what it was,
hit
dude?
Into him.
It gave me a target. I was like, I want to hit these bitches, and it was right on him a couple times.
And I know that's not like you, so that must be a real testament of how poorly things were going.
Yeah, I mean, dude, I have a couple blow up. I have some flare ups.
The greens were fast as fuck too. Also, I mean, I was like,
even after the rain, or is this before this crazy rain?
It was after, like a day after, maybe.
It was
a lot of 3 putts,
spongy, and then also fast at somehow. It was ridiculous. So I mean, for the golf, is everybody successful?
Yeah, no, I'm just saying. I'm just
satisfied.
I'm just trying to shoot in the 90s consistently. I'd be a happy man.
Okay.
I feel like.
Again, I think we'll do a check-in maybe near the end of the season whenever everybody's kind of packing it in. I know some of you guys over here play pretty long into the.
Oh yeah, I'll play till October. If November is available, I'll still do that.
Yeah,
but
you're right.
Yeah.
My goal is I've shot 80 like 18. No, I've shot 80 like 9 or 10 times in my life. I've never broken 80. That's my goal this year, and I know I'm going to do it.
I actually like golfing in the fall. It's nice and a little brisk. Yeah, like if you can wear like a maybe just shorts.
Well, you're a southern golfer. The moment it gets down to like 62, you're like, nope.
I think there's a fine line between when the temperature doesn't get above a certain point.
If there's a 5 in the number, you're not golfing.
A few years ago, me and my buddy Tim, we golfed the day after Christmas.
Holy
that was
shit.
when it was really warm out.
That's awesome.
No, it was 45 degrees. It was windy, but we said, fuck it. The ball was just rolling.
I'll take
Who was
cold
open?
over wind.
Golf Club of Illinois, they're open all year as long as it's above like 40 degrees. It was 45 with some wind, and like the fairways were just ridiculously hard. Like the ball would you could putt it 200 yards.
Oh my God, that's awesome.
All right. So as we transition into the, I think we go right into the album review.
Yeah.
This week's pick was Barbarino. I mean, again, we'll put up that graphic. So, Bobby, hit us with us. What'd you go with?
We got Queen's Greatest Hits, 1981. This is a 2 vinyl, I guess 4 sides, as it were, of Queen. And I think what a cachet of great tracks put it together.
Well, let's start here. First Queen album that we've done, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so hit us with who is Queen, man?
Queen, we got Freddie Mercury on vocals. You guys probably have seen Bohemian Rhapsody, which starred Rami Malek as Freddie Mercury. You have Brian May, guitarist. You have Roger Taylor on drums, and then you have John Deacon on the bass.
Yeah, and I mean, Queen is...
They've been around since the 70s, 1970s.
I'm just saying, I think it's at least my view is that Queen is easily one of the top greatest groups of all time. I mean, musical groups of all time.
And we were mentioning it earlier. They had kind of a resurrection, like I said, with the Bohemian Rhapsody with Rami Malek. But before that, for our generation, Wayne's World, they sang Bohemian Rhapsody in the car, and we all know the scene we're talking about. And like I said, I put them right back on the map. So I'm going to just read through each one of the tracks real quick, and then I'm going to open it up for questions, dialogue, and we'll get to it, okay?
Yeah, go.
So side 1, part 1, Bohemian Rhapsody. Another One Bites the Dust, Killer Queen, Fat Bottom Girls. Side 2, Bicycle Race, You're My Best Friend, Don't Stop Me Now, Save Me. And then side 3, so this is the second vinyl, Crazy Little Thing Called Love, Somebody to Love, Now I'm Here, Good Old Fashioned Lover Boy, and then side 4, Play the Game, Flash, 7 Seas of Rye, We Will Rock You, and We Are the Champions. So this is the 1981 Queen Greatest Hits collection. I guess my thoughts are, my first question to the group is, when were you introduced to Queen? When were you made aware of this band?
I mean, I'll go first. It was just, kind of similar in my other answers of, like early, not early, but like, 70s, 80s, 60s bands. Like my parents would have it on in the car or whatever and listen to it. Kind of got introduced there. I think it's solidified with the movie, that they put those songs into a lot of popular movies. But I think it's another thing of like, once I caught it myself of like, oh shit, Queen is dope. Yeah. I would kind of, play Queen along with the normal selection of shit. It's always in the mix for me.
It was in the repertoire. All right.
I could always do, like, again, once you find your like kind of styling of music of like, hey, I like this. Mm-hmm. Like I kind of have a couple bass lines of like in terms of, hey, these are the staples, the foundation. Queen always makes its way into that.
Yeah, one of the greatest bands of all time. I definitely heard him when I was younger. I don't know, 5, 6. I have no idea. My dad listened to him. Also, my best friend from elementary school liked him a lot. I actually remember getting the cassette of this in 5th grade.
Cassette, all right. Now we're
this
talking.
exact album, or the cassette, whatever, in 5th grade, and rocking it with the shower cassette player.
Back when cassettes were a thing.
I think the song I like Queen a lot too because I like the Mighty Ducks movie and they had "We Will Rock You" and "We Are the Champions" in it, and that was
okay. That was a Disney.
I would rock those movies a lot, so it grew from my love for Queen as well. I think, and then I think later on I discovered their other songs, their maybe like not as popular, but like not as We Will Rock You, but other better ones and as good of ones, and just a great band.
Okay, AJ.
Yeah, pretty much my whole life I've been listening to Queen. I mean, it's probably the first band that I can honestly remember.
Put the mic up to your mouth.
It's like the first band that I can honestly really remember actually listening to. Parents had all the albums growing up, like vinyl albums, because obviously I'm old enough where they didn't have CDs when I was growing up. So, but no, I mean, and then playing hockey after every win, we would play "We Are the Champions," and just. As I alluded last time I was on the podcast, Queen is, in my opinion, the greatest band of all time. So,
I mean, that's why we had to have you back. I mean, as soon as Bobby picked it, I was like, all right, well, we should probably throw a line out to AJ and be like, hey, man.
They're certainly 100% in the conversation. They have to be mentioned.
Freddie Mercury with the vocal range that he had.
What a performer, too. What an on-stage performer. I mean, we think of Live Aid. I think that is the number one most remembered concert, bar none, in
most watched
history.
event in history.
Yeah. I mean, I think Freddie Mercury has the greatest voice of all time. Yeah. I think
something like 3 billion or 1.8 or 1.9 billion people watched Live Aid. So,
which is equivalent to 25% of the known people that exist today, which is crazy.
Which is probably more back then because it wasn't even close to 7 billion.
Right.
Definitely so. All right, Bobby.
Believe it or not, I got introduced to this when I was a lifeguard. I knew of their music, but I guess I really got into it. I had a manager his name was Joe Beer. Believe it or not, go figure.
I know who that is.
Shout out.
Right, and he was my manager. I was over at Bach Pool, which is, if you're in the Schaumburg area, I was
shout out.
Fucking love Bach Pool.
Shout out Bach Pool.
Me and my buddy Johnny were on the same shift, so it was like wet hot American summer. We kept kids safe, but we also had a good time.
Sure you did.
We did. But he kind of introduced us yo, Queen, dropping, bring by some CDs, playing it. And I was like, dude, on board. All right, let's go.
That's funny, though. I mean, again, it's not dating you. It's just simply showing, though, that when you were at the pool, you would bring by CDs.
Yeah.
Then when we were doing it, just like an iPod. Somebody had an iPod.
Dude, I know. He's shitting on all of our growing up experience.
It was just this
CDs are fucking awesome.
Yeah.
It was
just because you're a 90s baby.
Yeah,
okay?
he is.
It was just an observation, not a shitting on.
I get that. All right, but that's how I got introduced to it. So
next question.
I still have my Walkman.
Yeah,
my first portable device was a freaking
all right, so
cassette.
I'm not going to do A/B. Last question, then we'll do A/B tracks. Is I guess what experience had you had with Queen? In terms of, I know you've seen the movie, probably Bohemian Rhapsody, but what is your overall experience with the band? For you, I don't know, maybe it was a moment or something where it's do you guys remember a single moment that maybe screamed Queen? That's all. It's kind of an odd question, but a moment in your life where maybe there was a song on in the background and it ended up being Queen.
I mean, one that I definitely go back to a lot is
Sure.
in the Shaun of the Dead movie. They have Don't Stop Me Now is a very I love that movie, so I ended up watching it a bunch. I mean, it definitely kind of what Ryan was saying. It kind of pushed my love for Queen up a little bit. I would say it's a little tough to give a specific moment just because it's there's so many good songs on Queen. You could go I just look at it, maybe this is how I'll characterize it, is just more of Queen to me is yes, it can be dramatic at times and it kind of can be a little bit softer, but to me Queen is always a pump up thing. It gets you going for whatever you're gonna do. Whatever it is. I'm going to fucking clean the house. Okay, fucking throw on a Queen, 10 songs. You'll fucking be feeling good on it.
You'll be vibing the whole time,
yeah.
You're going to go play a round of golf, play Queen. You're going to be this is fucking
should be doing
dope.
that. I know. God, we've been.
I was going to say, if I ever want to play up a game for a league or something, softball or basketball, definitely play We Will Rock You or Another One Bites the Dust. And then after, like he did for his hockey games for me when we won the softball championships, always play We Are the Champions, because it's just it reminded me of
gets the people
what they
going.
did in I believe it was D2. They ended D2 with the Fire and Averman and that was but you couldn't play it unless you won. You had to wait, you had to earn it.
Exactly.
So that's me.
It's back when we didn't have those participation bullshits.
Also,
there was no ties.
Also, another one. I'm not a big Flash guy, but Flash reminds me of the movie Ted.
Yes, thank you.
And I fucking love that for it.
Well, I think even you guys were too young for Flash. That was early.
Oh yeah, no, we never watched the actual show.
No, I'm just saying. I
Yeah.
know.
Me and Bobby are definitely way too young for the Flash.
I figured. I'm just saying. I don't know it because I'm obviously a little younger than you
No,
guys.
but what a fun tie-in though. Yeah, for Ted and
It's so
those
funny when he
movies,
comes into the party. He's like, "You guys like to party."
All right, AJ, what about you? Maybe.
Yeah, for me, it's just going back. So the first, it's a feel good band for me, just because, growing up in Florida, I played a lot of hockey, and we won 5 state championships in a row. And in the championship game, every single time we would play "We Will Rock You," and then after that is Another One Bites the Dust. So
I assume your team was good then, because it seems like you
Yes.
played a lot.
Were you a winger or mid?
I was a defenseman.
That would have been so shitty if it was like, yeah, we heard it one time. We went one
we
in
heard a
10.
lot. And then we would travel all over the country. We'd play in tournaments in Canada, Chicago, Ohio. We never lost a single tournament.
Damn, son.
Right.
All right.
Well,
You gotta-
my experience, I guess, with it was, I think bicycle race really set me apart because I heard that at the beginning of some type of, was it triathlon that I was like helping manage.
Oh, I thought you were about to say you
No,
did
I
it.
wasn't in. Please, these colors don't run. Look at me. You want 3 yards? I'm your guy. You want 100 yards? That ain't me.
Okay, what's the point here?
The point was like, hey, that was my experience, like bicycle race, and then like I said, my colleague when I was, that was an experience for me that kind of just put them to a different echelon. So let's go. I know this is not A side, B side, and we keep on figuring out what the meaning of that is.
Do you want to just give us like our favorite few?
What was your favorite top 3, and then 2 of them that were low key, better than you expected, even though this is part of a greatest hit.
Just do top 3, bottom 3 in your opinion. I mean, it doesn't have to be, because the other one we were trying to do kind of based on like commercial success.
Okay, so
and,
you're saying bottom 3 that just don't.
I'm just saying for the 3 of the ones, even though there are going to be still hits, I would say just do 3 of the ones that just didn't hit you.
Okay,
the
that's
same
fair.
As the other ones.
All right, top 3. Let's run it.
All right,
AJ.
Okay. Definitely,
AJ's gonna
in
start.
no particular
Closer.
order. It's definitely Bohemian Rhapsody. I mean, that's just obviously an awesome one. And then We Are the Champions. And I wanted to go We'll Rock You, but I'd have to go Fat Bottom Girl. Those are definitely my top 3. And then my bottom 3 probably are Save Me, 7 Seas of Rye, and Now I'm Here.
No,
I disagree with those bottom 3.
Okay, so I gotta go.
you can take the album.
No,
if you
I
need.
got this
All
up.
right.
Just because he said his bottom 3, which I'm just gonna go kind of opposite. The 7 Seas of Rye, I'm not gonna put that in the top, but it was one that surprised
Low-key
me.
good, yeah.
That I did enjoy it.
Yeah.
The other one, the Save Me and Now I'm Here, I think is what you said. Definitely agree with those.
Yeah.
Those did not hit me in the same Queen way. I will go Bohemian Rhapsody. Obviously, can't really get better than that. I go Don't Stop Me Now, and then Somebody to Love. Those are my 2.
Oh yeah.
2, 3 for sure.
Somebody Love is a good one.
I feel like I don't want to include. I mean, like I feel like I have to include We'll Rock You and We're the Champions. But if I'm not going to include those, I'm going to go Bohemian Rhapsody for sure. Somebody to Love, and probably Another One Bites the Dust.
All right, that's fair.
Those are classics. of
Now,
mine.
what hit kind of on your
Oh, and then like the surprise ones for me.
low key, and then you're like, this one's just sucked.
the one Good Old Fashioned Lover Boy.
Yeah.
I don't listen to that one that often.
Love that one.
I'm
That's
gonna
a
put
good
that
one,
put
yeah.
that back in the rotation.
And also I thought Save Me was actually decent too.
Thank you.
didn't-
There's no
And,
love for that. That's
I
didn't
bullshit.
really
I didn't
that
like
one.
7 Seas of Rye so much. Now I'm Here. I thought it was okay, but not that great. And then I don't know. I guess I'd probably would just put Flash in there only because I just like
Right.
the for like 2 seconds, and then I just don't need to hear it anymore.
Right.
it's like
Enough's
a
enough,
theme
yeah, it's just-
song
Yeah.
to a
It's
TV
on a
show.
cycle.
Yeah.
Like in the same vein that like
But none of these are bad. I'm just if we had to do like a top and bottom.
Right, no, I get you.
I'm just saying just for the Flash, I it's in its own separate category because it's like to me it's like think of any TV show intro that 30 seconds like yes is it good. But like it is, they're trying to make a whole song 2 minutes and 38 seconds out of Flash. Oh, like it's the same thing.
yeah. Save it.
And I would,
Yeah.
I would say for me too. I know you guys are probably be like, this is blasphemous, but like like with Woj, like Fat Bottom Girls to me it's fine, and a bicycle race.
You made an
bicycle
enemy
race.
today.
Bicycle race. Also, I don't hate it, but it's not one of my favorites.
I'm not going on a bicycle ride.
I know. I'm just. That's
I'm just saying, Ryan. We have to change the dynamic of our friendship.
I mean, Fat Bottom Girls to me again. I think there's just so many better songs for Queen above that it ends up getting, for me, it's mixed in with the middle riffraff of their songs. That's just my opinion.
So
it's not again. They're not bad. I just
right. No, I get it.
I don't listen to them as often as the other ones.
That's fair. My top three, Bohemian Rhapsody. I mean, I think it's across the board for that one. But
it's the
Killer
best.
Queen.
It's
love
Killer
Queen.
Yeah.
And Somebody to Love. I just think the range of vocals on that one. It's really tough too because there's so many good ones here. Like Don't Stop Me Now. That's another close for a third.
I mean, You're My Best Friend is great.
Oh, you're my best friend. Yeah, that one's awesome.
When Bobby sings.
No, I can't. I couldn't even reach.
Well, you tried.
Freddie.
There.
I know I tried. There's no way.
I love it. Alicia keeps singing.
No, she doesn't sing. Yelling isn't singing. She is a garbage artist. I've already made this clear. I mean,
all right,
no.
Bobby's hot takes.
Fucking New York. Yeah, no. The ones that really didn't get me were Play the Game. It was okay.
There was one. I will go the oppo on that. That was one I don't think I've actually ever heard that song.
Right.
Yeah, it's not bad.
And I listened to it and I was like, hey, it's a good song.
And what's gonna, I guess, turn you over a little bit was a crazy little thing called Love.
Is Bottom for you?
For me, it just
Wow.
I enjoyed the original
wow.
so much, and Freddie does a different. I like their rendition, but they really don't pull away from how the original feels a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I guess I was expecting a little bit more diversity, dynamic to it that follows more of the Queen aspect. But for me, like I said, it's a great song. But for me, just for the hype, it's not it for me. And then, believe it or not, We Are the Champions. I'm tired of that one. I guess I'm tired of it because it's the commercial. No, but the commercial just.
The commercialization of it.
Thank you. It's just I've heard it 1,000 times, and it kind of wears on me. That's the only thing. Like I said, like it, but.
I mean, again, it's your opinion.
And then Good Old Fashioned Lover Boy is my low key favorite on the B track, as it were.
Yeah,
so
I mean, we'll still kick around the definition when we go to greatest hits. Everybody just has to know that it kind of changes a little bit than a traditional album.
I'm curious, and this is kind of sorry. Go ahead.
I was saying we're doing a sloppy copy right now. We're working on it. Rough draft.
I mean, we're just kicking it around. We're
and
figuring it
AJ
out.
being the guest panelist, then I want your answer for this. We are Queen. We have 4 people right here. Who's each member? If you had to designate them, of the Queen, use, the Queen's members. We have Brian May, guitarist, Freddie Mercury, Roger Taylor, and John Deacon. Who's who? If we had to
shot at a
develop our own-
cannon.
Yep. Putting you on the spot.
Fuck me. Freddie Mercury, just because he's tall, I'd have to go with Woj.
Okay. I dig it.
Fuck. I would probably say I'm Deacon.
The bassist.
The bassist.
Okay.
And then
Roger and Brian May, then. Please give me the long hair.
Roger, Brian
Fuck.
May.
I would love to have I'd love to have Brian May's
You
hair.
don't have hair.
I know. I'd kill.
I was
to
gonna
have
say
it.
Bobby.
Good call.
That's a good point.
I'm going Bobby for his way to put himself out there. Let's just say. I'm going Freddie Mercury for sure. I got this guy. I'm going Brian May as well, though. I don't know why.
I dig it.
No
I dig
idea.
it. Yeah.
And then I will go with you as the drummer. Who's the drummer again?
Roger Taylor.
Roger Taylor. And I got Johnny D.
Johnny Deacon. He dressed
Dude,
well too.
I will have to just shout out real quick thing that I read though is just like, so when Freddie Mercury died of AIDS, Deacon basically had said, "Hey, it's over. This is done, and whatever." And obviously, you missing 1/4 of the band, and the most important part
I'd
of
say
the
the most
band,
prominent member of the band. Yeah.
Obviously, I definitely recognize what he's saying. But then basically, all he did was saying to Taylor and May is like, I don't give a shit what you guys do with this. I'm out though. But I'm still part of Queen. I'm going to get money. So he took a step back.
Right.
Taylor and May fucking went off. They kept producing albums. They got newer.
They got Adam Lambert.
Adam Lambert was
right.
part of
They brought
the
him in
tour
for
a while,
vocals.
whatever.
Yeah.
I think he still is.
But
He is,
John
yes.
Deacon's still raking in money.
Yeah.
Anytime
Sure, of
Queen's
course.
used or whatever, sitting back. I was just like looking at it. I was like, damn, that's a great business move. Especially when you're like, hey, I'm out.
Yeah, no, and some fun factoids to kind of wrap things up for this is Freddie Mercury actually did the artwork for the eagle, the lions, and call them the little angels at the bottom. So he put that together. Like
that's pretty cool.
Artsy in that sense. And Brian May is an astrophysicist.
Yes, he is. He's super smart.
So his IQ is probably over 150, 160, and he's a very intelligent man. So that's something else to kind of like write home about.
And if it wasn't for the band, Deacon was going to be a friggin' dentist.
So there you go. Yeah. So I'd say for a group of, I guess, randoms, because they brought in Freddie Mercury after they dissolved their local band.
Yes, correct.
What intelligent, these guys had careers beyond careers outside of music. So pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, again, I think Queen also that's a cool part about a band that definitely goes into the lore is hey, this is also when they make the movie about it again in biopics right now, I'm just not loving the fact that when you're getting some of these, I'm that version of Queen, and the same thing with the Elton John one and the Motley Crue one. I was that version looks awesome, but they're trying to make it into a movie. So you have some of these things where they will either address it right away and go that's not how it happened, or there's so much with Queen, there's so many things publicized about them. The story of Queen now,
right?
They started here. So when you do a movie about it, I can tell it's fictionalized. They're trying to make a good story.
I really liked Bohemian Rhapsody. Now, granted, there was probably some fallacies and some inaccuracies, but I thought his portrayal of Freddie Mercury, which is, dude, damn to say hardest thing to do.
He won an Oscar for it.
For sure.
Right.
And that was a lot of his own singing, too.
Right, which, I mean, I'll just say this. Incredible performance. And believe it or not, if we go over to Japan, this group, they love Queen over in Japan.
Yeah.
They're probably
their
number one band
of all time over there.
So
they're smart
Helen
people.
Hunt.
Yeah. Craziness. So I really hope you guys take this moment to maybe check out Queen, check out this album, listen to it. You're going to have a good time.
Yeah, all you Zennials out there, and definitely listen to some Queen.
It'll
explode and enhance your mind.
If you haven't listened to Queen by now, then you can just get the hell out of here.
Yeah, pretty much.
There's the door.
Yeah.
All right, who's teasing our next one? Who's on on deck?
Is it my album?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I totally thought about this right before now.
Remember?
So,
well, he did Outkast before, so anything's going to be better than that.
I did the Temptations before this.
Right.
He did Outkast.
Yeah.
Stankonia was not a solid choice there.
Oh, the name makes sense.
So what was that? Oh, we fucking
Waldorf and Statler.
Yeah.
Make it make sense, Woj.
All right, so let's do this. Queen's a banger. It's going to be tough to follow that up.
That's true.
But I know what we're gonna do here.
I love it.
Fuck one,
off the
marry
cuff.
one, kill
one.
one.
Oh yeah, dude. This one's actually
Swift.
got me hyped here. All right, so
dude, don't lie. We all know Taylor Swift.
The name of the group
songs.
is Surfaces. Okay, is the name of the musical group, and
know
the
this group,
album. I just got to get the name.
Never heard
here.
of this group.
I know this one song.
This is a newer group for
Yeah.
sure.
No, that's what.
Is it next to?
I like the one song is awesome.
No.
I guess what genre are they?
It's like
surf vibe, maybe.
it's hard to describe. It's like chill, mellow, I don't even know.
It's like Sublime type music.
But not like ska, but not like it's like I don't know. It's got a little bit of a hip hop feel, but it's not hip hop. It's and it's got a little bit of rock, but it's not that. I don't know how to describe
Disturbed
it.
type music.
No, it's I don't know. It's chill,
All right, so the band
California,
is Surfaces.
right.
What album?
This is the thing.
Sorry, I just got to make sure I get the right one. Where the Light Is.
Where the Lead Is by
Light.
Surfaces.
Light.
Where the Light
L-I-G.
Is
Where the Light Is, it looks like this. I'll put it in the.
by Surfaces.
I'll put it in the
Okay.
group
Kitchen?
chat. Yeah, dude. No,
It's like vibe music. I don't know how to
it's
All right.
California surfing.
Oh, so it's like
Yeah.
stoner music. Okay.
kind of, yeah.
I think it's
That's accurate.
you were just on the boat. I think it's great boat music for
All
a-
right,
All right, so
Yeah, for
yacht
sure, for
rock
sure, for
kind
sure.
of. A
but
little
not
feel?
yacht. I hate
All
that
right.
fucking terminology. Go fuck yourself.
Yacht rock's more like
Wow.
older. This
Hot-
is like
All
newer.
right, what do you
Hot
not like
take.
Steve Winwood?
I like the music. I hate the term. Oh, this is
Okay,
yacht
all
rock.
right. I
Go
was about
fuck
to say we're gonna have
yourself, San
words.
Diego.
You don't like Steely Dan?
All right. We're going on long, so we're gonna cut it.
Right.
We're gonna be back. We are going to be reviewing the gem.
Yep.
Pineapple Express. It's going to be fun.
It's
So
gonna be fun.
everybody tune in, grab a beer, fucking chill out. We'll be back a little bit.
See
Peace.
you guys soon.
Toodles.
All right, so welcome back to the Journeymen Lounge podcast. We are back at it. We got Pineapple Express coming up.
Love it.
Forgot my glasses over there. We're just going to have to fuddle through it. So,
are you really that much of an old man? You can't.
I mean, hey, you know what? The glasses are, they blue block the shit, and sometimes my eyes feel good.
All right, that's fair.
After it.
That's fair.
If I'm being honest. So, no, let's get into Pineapple Express. I mean, this was my choice. This was a
excellent choice.
Thank you. I was about to say it was a dope choice.
Yeah.
I mean, you redeemed yourself from Outcast to this for sure.
Fuck you.
Sure, you don't need your glasses to see your phone?
No.
Okay.
What are you talking about?
Your notes.
Your glasses.
He's gonna
Is
be
that an old, like, your eyes are fucked?
Well, I mean, usually people have glasses they have trouble seeing.
No,
He's gonna be doing this. I hope
If
it's
you
on
do the old person, 8
wait
feet
a
away.
minute.
Generally, the purpose of glasses is
right. These glasses do not have a prescription.
Your eyes are good though. My eyes are good.
So you're just doing it for looks. Okay, my bad.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
right.
a fashion.
The profession. The
Yeah,
professor.
mine are not for.
I'm currently
fashion.
wearing a thrift
Hey,
thrift store
I'm just getting
shirt.
a look behind the
professor.
curtain here. Look behind the curtain.
I
That's
get
what-
it.
yeah.
It's all right. Thanks for that 2-minute tangent.
I
All right.
liked it.
So Pineapple Express. I'm just gonna kind of forego the question of kind of like how you got into it.
Just
The reason being is that it's right in that time period where like all of us are kind of like in your late
College
teens,
or
maybe
high school, yeah.
early 20s, and at that time you're kind of like this is right up your alley. So that's kind of like when you get introduced to it is that late high school, maybe early college time,
Right.
And obviously also as you get weed introduced into your fucking life.
Well, I was gonna say that
If you have
too,
something different than that, I didn't want to go through somebody
It's
going
exactly
like,
where
"Hey,
it's
same
at.
thing."
I was gonna
Right.
say, well, for me, like
Ditto.
I didn't smoke when I saw this initially. Like I didn't smoke weed when it came out in 2008, but then
Okay.
obviously did a few years later, and then I feel like after doing it, I even love the movie even more.
Well,
like
yes, of course,
can relate
of
to
course.
it. Like it's so, like I'm sure we'll get into it, but it's so accurate the way they portray how it used to be with you and a drug dealer. Like sometimes like they're kind of your friend, sometimes maybe they are your friend, but it's still like awkward where it's like
I'm just trying
sometimes
to
you're trying to
get
get the shit and
transaction.
go, or like if they're not coming through with it, you're like, what's taking so long? But they're like your boy, so you can't like. I thought that aspect of the movie was very, very accurate.
All right,
very
so
good.
let's jump into that
You wanna
part
do the
real
synopsis
quick.
of this?
I'm gonna do the synopsis first, but I do like this segue though. So basically, this is a guy who smokes weed, and his drug dealer
Dale Denton.
Dale Denton, Saul. What's his last name?
Oh, it's Saul.
Okay, whatever. James Franco and Seth Rogen. They the one guy witnesses a murder while serving a subpoena
Yep.
to show up in court to the Ted Jones, who ends up being the major crime leader, the weed distributor or kingpin, whatever the fuck you want to call
Local
him.
kingpin, sure.
And the best way that I can describe Pineapple Express to people is that these guys are just basically going with the most kind of like far-fetched type of thing to happen, and then it proceeds to happen. So it's like a lot of like, yes, like what if he finds the thing there, and then like he tells you like what the plot is.
the logic flow.
But I love the fact that it's just like it is a kind of stoner movie, so you end up being like, that's funny. Like you just fucking
That's
calling
good.
it out.
Yeah.
So like I like those aspects, as you're saying, like very accurate to the exchange and stuff like that. I think a lot of the weed parts of this were pretty accurate, you would say, right?
Oh yeah.
Well, how it used to be, yeah, but now it's like legal, obviously. But like before, back in the day, when you had to go around
Sure.
and try and like I don't know, like so I've been there too, where it's like you're gonna go, and then he's like, "Come on, man, like I got this joint, you want to stay?" Like, fuck it, I'm in.
Yeah,
you
right.
know, like
that cross joint, that was
Yeah.
pretty. That was pretty incredible.
Oh yeah, the cross joint.
All right, so let's open it up with scenes. I will again just quickly get out of the way here. I love the whole movie. So like I literally started writing down every scene. So I just stopped. I go, I love the whole movie. I will just say a quick couple of shout outs. When anyone smokes weed, anytime they're smoking weed in the thing, I love the reactions of like whoever smoking, from Ted Jones to fucking the little kids smoking the doobies dancing.
All dancing, yeah, that was great.
And then just the other one is like the action sequences that they put into us. I thought they were they're funny, but they're also kind of like, that would be fucking dope. So Bobby, what you got?
One of my favorite scenes is the interaction in the hallway at her high school.
Yeah, with the teacher.
With the teacher as well as
Mr. Edwards.
Yeah, some of her friends and Mr. Edwards. He's on Brooklyn Nine-Nine. He's
Jolo Truglio.
You got your hall pass?
Funny.
Yeah, Jolo Truglio. Just that was a funny scene for me. I just my
heard
sides
that.
were hurting.
Heard that?
Yeah,
Wish you
I
didn't
hope I
hear
did.
that.
I heard that.
And then my next one would be probably the interaction where they meet Red for the first time. So I mean that's a long
my
cutout scene,
God.
but the overall dialogue between all three of them, just it put me in stitches. So those are my top
It's
two.
so fun. Like, we get into that. We dive into that Red scene. I mean, that scene is great. I think.
Oh, sorry. I also kind of just fell off the synopsis real quick. But like they
said
end up-
witnessed a murder.
Well,
but
they
yeah.
witnessed a murder, but then they actually end up bringing down the guy. They go to like the weed operation eventually.
Right, and gets to the
again,
warehouse.
It's far fetched as hell. That's Pokemon, by the way. But
Nice.
Like I said, I just wanted to finish that. So you just went.
Well, I was just saying. I think we're just glossing over that Red scene. That scene.
I
is-
know I don't mean to, but
No,
yeah.
I was just saying, like, that's like, I think we should break it down a little bit. It's funny. Like, they come in there from the woods the night before, and then Red's got a fucked up lip, clearly, like, punched, and then he says it's herpes. And then he's like, James Franco's like, I know how you got it. You ate that lollipop at a stripper snitch. You wanted to do it.
And then Red's
then-
like, hey. What did you do though? He's
Ate
like,
that box-
nothing. He's like, oh, you ate that nerd's
box of nerds out of her
butthole.
butthole. So good. And then,
You weren't
like,
supposed to tell anyone.
yeah, and then Seth Rogen is like paranoid of him the whole time, rightfully so. And then fucking Danny McBride just whips an ashtray at him, and a huge fucking fight ensues. He's like kicking James Franco's ass with a dustbuster, and then he's like eventually in the bathroom. They knock the door down, him into the sink, and
Time out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they used to time out.
yeah, and then eventually gets like hit with a bong and then thrown into the wall.
I love
like,
that ending. This ends now. He's already fucked up and just head first into a 2x4 behind some drywall.
There's so many good quotes in that, like what was you saying earlier with the shaved armpits.
He's like, oh, you don't think I can handle danger?
yeah.
It's like,
What is
well, frankly, or he's like, well, in reality, you sound like a dumbass. I can handle danger. See this shit under here? There's no hair under here. He's like, what is the significance of that? Makes me aerodynamic when I fight.
Yeah.
I can take danger. Like, it's just like a weird confidence of Danny
He's like, why don't you
McBride.
just go chill out, follow his lead? I am chill. You don't look chill. He's like, I'm chill as cucumber. What are you wearing? Suit? What about me?
Kimono. Yeah, kimono.
All right, AJ, what you got? Throw the scene. That
Yeah, my
sticks with
favorite
you.
scene is when they're trying to scrounge up some money and they go to the school
Yes.
and they're
Selling
friggin'
kids
selling
weed.
kids weed. And I love when the one fat kid is just like, "What's the name of this weed again?" And the other one's just like, "It's Pineapple Express. They've told you 3 times."
Yeah.
Dude, and that kid is so funny with the fucking like Brooklyn accent. They call him
Yeah.
Chachi.
Yeah,
He's like, who the fuck is Chachi?
That
It's
was
like,
good.
Don't. He's like, yeah, careful with this. It's a gateway drug. He's like, we know how to handle our shit. We don't fuck around.
He's like, hey, if you got this from
That was a good drop in. Just
Don't
for the
say
kid.
Saul and Dale. Say Dunbar
And Santiago.
Call this banana boat.
Dude, that's a great one though, because then the cop. I love
Yeah,
that.
the lady cop.
coming right around. Cleo King is her name. She is so funny. She's also the.
She's in a lot of shit.
She's also
Yeah, she
the
is.
cop though in Hangover.
Oh yeah, yeah,
the
yeah.
thing.
Oh, that's right.
Like, these kids' eyes looking as red as the devil's dick.
Oh, I think I know who that bitch was.
Oh, look at you, big sexy, when she's running Dale Denton's.
Big sexy with
Big
glasses.
sexy with glasses.
Yeah, it's like no, but like that's like it's the extension of that. It like goes right into the car chase. That's why again.
You know what I love? All the transitions. That's what it is. There is seamless transitions from one scene to the next, and it just plays very organically throughout the entire movie.
I just
really
simply
enjoyed
don't
it.
like any of the don't dislike any of the transition scenes.
Right.
Everything I thought was like it's still funny, even when Saul and Dale are like outside Dale's girlfriend's parents' house, and they're like still talking. He's like, "What? Are you, okay, dude, I'm good here. Okay, I'm just gonna go." Like even
He's
that,
like,
I'm
what? I
cracking
can't
up.
meet her right now, dude.
Yeah.
Come on, like.
It's just like this. Keep going, Ryan.
My favorite is for sure the first time that Dale meets Saul and he's picking up weed at the apartment after he leaves the high school. and he's like,
oh.
James Franco's watching 227, and he's like, I thought hurricane season was over and all that shit. And then
hurricane season.
Dale's like in a hurry, but then like he sees the
He gets
cross joint,
convinced,
and he's like, fuck it, I'll stay or whatever. And like the conversations you have like that when you're high are just so like that's just exactly what you would do. Like, what do you think of euthanasia? What do you think?
Do you think you could pull the plug on somebody if you had to?
And then he starts asking him about his job. He's like, so what do you do? I'm a process server. Oh, you're a servant, like a butler? You shine shoes? Like, no, I serve subpoenas. Oh, cool, man. Yeah. He's like, what'd you do today? Well, like I smoked weed in my car all day, and then I went to my girlfriend. He's like, you licked on her titties?
Oh, you sucked on her titties?
Nice. Like, no, man, we didn't do that. Oh.
Can we all agree the intro with Bill Hader and like kind of what I would assume is like World War II-esque?
Oh, that's funny.
Oh, yeah. That was he's like item 9, it's Dick. You know.
Yeah. They give the what happened to weed in I think it's set in the 37 or something like that. And they have Bill Hader testing item 9.
Item 9, which is weed. He's like, I feel like a pat of butter on some.
Yeah, it's melting over some.
Feel like a slice of butter melting on a top of a big old.
And then he goes to insult his commanding officer, and they're like, illegal. And then it kicks right over to Electric Avenue, which I thought was a great choice. Sorry, I know I'm jumping.
Don't jump.
I think we gotta fucking for sure mention Dale and Saul running to Angie's house, and the song's playing the Wanted
by Peter Tosh,
Dead and Alive. And then when they actually get there, the dinner, he forgets that he was supposed to be there. They're like, dude, you smell like shit. You're fucking high and all this shit. He's like, I'm gonna get my gun. Why would you want to bear arms? Like
he's got a gun?
Yeah. And
no, don't let him. Don't wanna. It's like, I will take you outside and fuck you in the street.
Don't fuck us anywhere. Don't take us anywhere. It's like it's such a classic. That scene is fucking
okay. So
great.
we jumped around though because I do want to go back to the opening scene though, where Bill Hader. It's all in black and white as well for anybody who hasn't seen the film. I do love that just changed like real quick. It's like a weird for a comedy to be like, oh, why the fuck is this black and white? But just 2 real quotes I want to get in there. He's like, you know what I have? What problem I have with your little fucking little dog and Pontiac you call a military? 1. Lots of dudes. Where are the boobies?
Where are the boobies?
And then also as he's running, like they're shutting it down. He asked the guy if you catch it. He goes like, dude, what happened to your eye? Like the colonel has an eye patch on.
Yeah, that's great.
I missed that.
I was gonna say to piggyback off that. I also love the intro to Dale Denton, the montage of Electric Avenue playing.
And his process server,
and all the disguises, and then one of the funniest parts, the best parts, when he pulls up, he's listening to Electric Avenue, and so is the 2 Spanish guys next to him, and they're singing it together, like, "Hey, Electric Avenue, take that shit to the next level."
That was fucking great. Yeah.
I have a story about that too. So when this movie came out, I don't know if you guys remember, Pineapple Express, the trailer had paper planes. Obviously, it was a big part of the campaign for the movie. He's not in the movie, but big part of it. Yeah. So I was listening to that song on the way to Harper, and someone next to me was listening to the song, and it was like the movie, and I was like, oh shit, you gotta take that shit to the next level, man. Like,
that's pretty dope, man.
It was really cool, man. I just share that.
All right, AJ, throw out another scene that's one of your faves.
Oh, shit. We were just talking about it. I have to go back to when they go to the dad, and the dad's just like, I'm gonna get my fucking gun, and it's a great scene. He's just like, man, why do you got to bear arms?
So yeah, that's Ed Begley Jr. is fucking hilarious. The wife, we'll get into the cast when we get there, but
I think the farmhouse. Did we skip that completely? I think
the ending.
I'll just say this: the quick interaction outside the van when Dale Denton walks in. And basically gets found out immediately. I thought that was funny as shit.
Oh yeah, he tries to stick him up. He's like, nobody move or this guy gets
and
it.
Then they end up shooting him.
Kevin Corrigan as Budlowski just shoots him. He's like, if anybody says anything, Denton shot Pete.
He killed Pete. He was ex-CIA.
Yeah.
Holy shit! Who's this Dale Denton?
The ending scene is so. I feel like that's only the way that you can do it is like you can just kind of pick out like here and there because that ending scene is like 30-ish minutes of like.
No, that's why I try to reduce it down just to the interaction.
Right, just like one interaction here or there. Like I'll just drop one.
With Saul though, he's like, I'm gonna murder the shit out of you.
Yeah, like they're in the glass where Bill Hader was in the beginning of the movie, testing this item 9 because it's the same underground bunker or whatever.
Yeah.
And like he's like, oh, I'm gonna save you, man. And then Matheson knows exactly what he's saying.
He's listening in.
1 cough mean you go, 2 cough mean you go. Best friends forever, fucking forever. It's like, It's very annoying. Shut the fuck up.
I can hear everything you're saying.
You know what? Shut the fuck up.
Look what you did to my face. I love
the ending scene too, where they all get breakfast and they're all like fucked up and like dirty.
Thank
and
you.
smelly.
Great closing. Great
and
closing
just,
scene.
like, man, we're all like best friends now. And like we've had some times now. We've had some times.
I like that. I almost died.
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
put
Red's got like 8 bullet holes in him.
How are you still alive? And they put their hands in and he like passes out.
Yes.
And then
You've lost a lot of your blood, man.
His Bubby picks up and is like, you guys smell like shit.
Yeah. Bubby Logus. Bubby
Like,
Logus.
They took my grandson. They
Yeah,
took my grandson.
that whole interaction with the police.
Like, you got a smudge on your face. Oh, that's a mole, ma'am.
It's like one was very tall.
He was
and
very
the other
tall.
one looked.
yeah, the description was dog shit.
So I think we've kind of peppered some scenes.
Oh,
here.
hell yeah, we did.
I again just like I was telling you guys, just like the whole movie is great here, but realistically, it's too much. Like we could just spend an hour and 45 minutes
Yes,
and
we
just
could.
say, hey, let's just go through the whole movie and just it's that good. So let's get to cast a little bit here. I like this movie is like, yeah, you got the two guys. You got
James
Rogan
Franco
and
and-
Franco.
yeah.
Right, but the supporting.
I think the supporting cast kind of does it more just because, like, let me get you guys just
Run through
thoughts.
it, yeah.
I noticed that too. I was gonna say, go ahead, man. Sorry.
Yeah, you just I'm gonna set you up so you can
Go
hit
ahead,
a home
go
run.
ahead.
Lay up.
No, I just think that the supporting cast does very well when you have two good comedic guys up top, but then the supporting cast really comes in. I just think though that you got to shout out a couple of the guys. Like, who's your shining kind of star? Of like, who are you like of the supporting guys? I'd say anybody that's really only in it for a couple scenes or whatever. Who steals kind of the show?
Okay, I just wanted to make a quick comment and observation off
Sure,
of
go
what you
ahead.
said was that the two guys are great, the leads, and also like, obviously Danny McBride and shit. But like people who are literally in like one or two scenes, like we're gonna get into like Ed Begley Jr. We discussed, Joe Latruglio we've discussed, the fucking Chachi kid. Like these guys are in it for like 5 minutes, but they make the movie so much better because they're in it. That's all I wanted to say.
Okay, yeah, let's shout out a couple. I got we already
one.
did Bagley Jr. Jesus Christ. I will do James Remar. Dude, the guy is the general in the very first one.
Oh,
with
in the
eye
first
patch.
opening scene. Okay.
Jack Keller is a guy that's fucking in. He's like the dude's landlord in The Big Lebowski. He's in there for like 1 second, but I'm just like, oh shit, he's fucking great. Two fucking lines. Who else you guys got?
I got the dad of Angie.
Yeah,
I
definitely
thought-
Ed Begley Jr. Yeah.
So I guess it's been said, but like funny. I love his just seriousness that he brings to the role, and fucking funny. Just that whole scene, and then I guess he's still a primary, but I love Craig Robinson. I think that he just kills it for.
I think he flirts with the line. Him and Budlowski.
Yeah.
I think it flirts with the line of what Ryan and I are kind of dividing the line. AJ, who you got, man?
Oh, Ken Jeong for sure. Ken Jeong.
Oh,
for sure.
yeah.
Asian.
suck my nuts 2 times.
Suck my nuts 2 times.
Him and Bobby Lee. I just got to
Bobby
mention
Lee,
this
that's
because I
right.
caught it. All right, so this is a real weird thing as I was watching this shit. So when the Asians are gearing up, they make the phone call. The Asians also, they speak gibberish. in
Yeah,
Asian.
you know what I'm
It's
saying?
never-
He says something like "suck my cock" and it means something else.
Right.
But the lines.
The audio over though, he's like mouthing "Bring it on" when like, they pan over to him,
Yes.
and they just say "fuck your mama" as the audio that
That's
you
exactly
hear.
right. Yeah.
I fucking love it. It's just like a little thing. But who else you got? Ryan, go.
Well, we already said Ed Begley Jr., so I would go Joe Latruglio. Joe Latruglio, is that how you say it?
Yeah, Joe.
That guy was the best. That's the teacher. That guy's hilarious. Also, equally hilarious and super bad. And he has like one scene or a couple of scenes in
Right.
that. Hilarious.
Yeah, dude. I'll also go with, I think, just hilarious as a fucking great little grandmother scene. Connie Sawyer, who played Faye Belogus, Bubby.
Oh,
Yeah,
Bubby.
she's
Yeah,
great.
great add-on.
I thought she was great.
They
as
took
like a
my
little,
grandson.
yeah, like
My
such a
grandson.
grandma kind of voice. AJ, you got any last ones that just kind of? I mean, I do have here Danny motherfucking McBride.
But yeah, we
But
have.
he-
I think he's
Also-
more of a
Obviously,
primary. I
He's
don't
more of
know.
a primary.
I think he's
but
more
no,
of a
I don't really have
primary. He
anybody
fucking
else.
is
I think we've
hilarious.
all
Just had to
kinda-
mention that he's fucking.
Rosie Perez. I liked her. I don't think that she's not a primary, but we could have used maybe one more scene with her.
She played a good crooked cop.
Yes, she
in a
did.
comedy. I would definitely, and she also has huge tits. Just saying.
White man can't jump. I get it.
All right. Any last ones before we move on?
No, we're
Negative.
Okay. So let's get into soundtrack. AJ, I'm gonna have you
Hell yeah.
start it off here. You got any songs or like scenes with the song? Like what goes together in your mind that you're like, that was fucking perfect?
I mean, when they were walking to the house and Wanted Dead or Alive, I mean...
By Peter Tosh.
Yeah,
Damn it, that was such a good one.
That was by far, I think, the best one that I could think of. It was
perfect
just like
use. Yep.
Perfect usage. Absolute perfect usage. That's pretty much the only one that I really had.
I mean, again, I think we've mentioned the Electric Avenue scene is pretty like it's a good one to kind of open up with. I will also go like there's a couple other reggae kind of ones in here. Coconut Girl by Brother Nolan.
Yeah.
You have Time Will Tell by Bob
Marley.
Marley is fucking great.
Well, yeah.
Join in, Ryan.
Oh, I was gonna say, well, obviously Electric Avenue is the best, but besides that, I think Lost at Birth by Public Enemy.
Public Enemy, thank you.
That's the song that's played when
With
Danny
Red
is...
and Dale are about to go against
Don't.
James Franco.
Yeah, they're
Don't.
fucking getting ready to storm the castle.
And then they're going in the fucking Debulanos down the highway or whatever.
Yeah, hell yeah. That's a great scene, yeah.
Yeah.
Love it.
All right. AJ, nothing else?
No, that's the one that I really
Okay.
resonated.
I'm just going to mention a couple other ones here that, like, ones that you'll know. Poison by Belle Biv DeVoe.
Yeah.
Sorry, I Didn't Mean to Hurt You by Spiritualized. Woke Up Laughing, Robert Palmer. Hillowee by Arthur Lyman. Like, these are ones that you hear. Shaggy Dog is a funk theme.
And
Like, these
is
are
it
ones
more
that you
riffs
hear,
than anything?
but you don't really, in my mind, associate them with the scene.
No, there's
It's
like a couple. There's like background ones, like Seth Rogen's phone ringtone is Dr. Green Thumb for
Right.
like that 2 seconds, and then
Yeah.
like when he's leaving.
Oh my
James,
God, you're right. Yeah.
Yeah.
When he's leaving James Franco's apartment, the commissar is playing or whatever before he leaves.
Yeah, Der Kommissar, yeah. I also will just mention here that Pineapple Express, the song by Huey Lewis in the News, kind of sucks.
There's an actual song called
There's called Pineapple Express. That's I think because they wanted to use Pineapple Express, they had to be like, hey, we'll use your song as a theme of it or whatever.
Right.
To me, it kind of sucks ass, but that's just me.
Makes me think of, what is that, Psycho or American Psycho? Huey, right?
Yeah.
Isn't it Huey Lewis in
Yeah.
the News?
Yes.
Hip to be square.
Like you
Yeah.
listen to the news.
All right, so let's move on just to kind of some picky nits. AJ, I'll start with you. Anything that you kind of notice in it that you're like, oh, it's not... I know with comedy, you can't really pick nit too much because, you kind of
It's
understand
a comedy, right.
But
Yeah.
if you had to pick something, what would you be like, hey, they could have done this better?
That's kind of hard because, like we've discussed, it's a really good movie. But I'd say, like, how he was just, like, telling them, oh, you need to go to a hotel. You need to go to a hotel. I'll kind of tell you, like, when you can leave. I thought that was just weird.
Well, also that they used the Garagely name.
Yeah.
That's funny.
It's so funny because the Ed Begley Jr., the dad, was like, fuck off, loser.
Yeah.
Angie, you're an idiot. You're a fucking
And
idiot.
wouldn't the would-be assassin see a car pulling out of the garage,
Well, that's
or at
what-
least know or
Yeah.
hear about it?
That's I was gonna say. I had how did Angie and her parents escape the house in time before they got in there? Like they were like literally in front of the house, and then like they heard the gunshots, and then
That was a gunshot.
and they were still in the kitchen, and you would think they'd been in the house by the time they
It
before they
was
got in the garage.
I think they were playing on the perfect illusion of, okay, as soon as they're walking into the thing, then but I agree
It
with
seemed
you.
to me there should have been some other element where maybe they went to the neighbor's house, or they got the wrong house, or the timing was just a little more spaced out. Like I don't know somehow because
gotcha.
they were like right there. It just seemed, and obviously, how is Red alive? Like that's that's.
I like it though. Hey, the fact that
No,
he got
it's
shot,
like-
I guess.
I think it's for comedy, so that's
Yeah.
why but it's just like
Right.
he probably would have bled out. by
shot
then,
like
yeah.
12 times. He got
Yeah.
like blown up.
over the course of like
Especially the
24
explosion.
hours,
Yeah, the explosion probably would have
Yeah.
done it. Yeah.
I just had that you can clearly see some stunt actors in a couple of the scenes, and I'm like, again, it's a nitpick to.
Oh, I'm fine with it. I guess I don't know.
I'm just saying it's not a huge thing, but again, as AJ was saying, like it's tough to find a flaw in a comedy, knowing it's a comedy. They're trying to do it for comedic purposes. So
One thing that I have is them sleeping for like 14 hours straight, like
Yeah, 18
just to-
hours.
or just something to align with the time frame that he had with his girlfriend the next day.
he's like, "What time is it?" It's 3.
o'clock.
It can't be 3 a.m. It's like, oh no, daylight savings. It's like, oh, so it's only 2. No. Went
How did we sleep for
forward.
18 hours?
So like that was my
man.
only thing, but like I said, I think they did that to almost align with the timeline of the movie. That's the only way I could explain it. And then, as you mentioned, Red getting just shot in an explosion, and he walks out like oh, I'm fine. He's just coughing a little bit.
Yeah, eating eggs.
The AC was on the whole time. Oh well.
That's okay. I don't think it'll carry over.
I'm just saying. Sorry to the listeners who hear a fucking shh in the background. We'll try and cut it in post.
The part's hilarious.
Edit it out.
The part's hilarious, by the way, when they wake up and they're trying to go and James goes, "Let's go, let's go. I'm done with the woods.
Done
Let's
with the
go.
woods.
Let's get the fuck out." I
Goddamn NPR.
I can't.
And he just chucked.
Dude, one of the funniest lines. And he's like, "Oh, it's so boring," and then you hear it's like the car committed suicide.
It's like, what?
Listening to NPR.
Battery's dead. What do you mean it's dead?
Wait. What
How
do you
else
mean?
can I explain this to you? A
The
car
battery
needs a
ceases to
battery.
be alive. I think it's so good.
You know what? He does play the drug dealer, like I think to a T. To an absolute
He makes the
T.
movie. Apparently, Seth Rogen was originally going to be him, but then James Franco did it, or he's like, "You're way better. Like you should do it." And thank God they made that choice.
Yes.
Agreed. I couldn't see them flipping
Because
parts.
for me, he's my favorite part of the movie. He makes the movie,
and even dresses like a dealer too. I mean, he just.
I don't even think he smoked either. Like he's not even like a stoner. Like he just.
Bullshit! Really?
I don't think so. I don't
know.
I mean,
I don't know. He plays the part.
Plays it either way. He plays it amazing.
All right, let's do a couple more
Doesn't smoke my ass.
quotes and shit like that, and then we'll kind of move on to a little bit of the others.
How about man? Fuck Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah, fuck Jeff. I was literally looking at Linger. I got a couple that Ryan and I we go back and forth with on.
Fucking Linger,
Fucking
man.
Linger, man.
He's like, I'm giving him the snickle fritz.
I also love dopest dope I've ever smoked. I say
Yeah, I
that
say all
once a
the
day for like fucking.
Hold on, can we all just enjoy the whole part that he has favorite civil engineers and he goes on about like 5 minutes? He's like,
Madison-
second two, blah, blah, blah. It was
Design
invented
Madison Square
Madison.
Garden.
Yeah.
It was just like when I heard that, I'm like, you know what? That sounds like a stoner ass conversation.
yeah,
I'm gonna
definite
be
stoner
I'm gonna be
conversation.
designing places for kids to shit, and you're gonna be boring people on the radio.
Yeah, I'm gonna design septic tanks for freaking.
So, yeah, just
You're
say
not my
what
friend.
kids-
You're my drug dealer. So there it is. Pandora's box doesn't get, he does.
I love when Seth Rogen sees a murderer and then he comes back to Saws and he throws up. And he throws up. He goes,
threw up on my
chicken
printer."
fries. He's like, I threw up on my printer. Dude.
He's like, is it broken? He's like, I hope not.
I guess that's a picky nit for me. Like, why would he just dump the roach? Like, I would just be trying to get out of Dodge. I don't know.
I mean, because
He
it's
just
a
panicked.
roach. Yeah.
I mean, I think you're trying to have two hands on the wheel too. He's
Okay,
trying to
so
pull
Well,
maybe
he
it.
also shout out to Austin Powers when he fucking goes doing.
Yeah, like 5 different, driver.
I actually said this earlier. I wanted to go. I went to a girl's house and she made it. It's couscous. The food's so nice they named it twice. She
Yeah.
made
That was good. That was a good line. Yeah.
Okay, even if he found that roach, how would he even know where you are? He's like heat-seeking missiles, bloodhounds, foxes, barracudas. He's like, when you say this stuff, I'm kind of impressed, man. He's like, oh yeah, it's kind of shocking. He's like, oh thanks, man. He's like, it's not a
I
compliment.
love the logic though from that point forth, like for them, like trying to figure out the whole situation and problem, like following their logic throughout this movie is just fucking hilarious.
I mean, again, I kind of said it.
It's not bad, though.
They say what's gonna happen. I love it because like then the cop comes by and the scene is like, well, we triangulated their phones and the one tried to throw it off as a distraction. It was like it's such to a T. I love it. It's on the nose.
I get it though. Like those are real conversations you'd have, I guess, if you're freaking out. I mean, it doesn't shock me.
the back and forth with the teacher and Seth Rogen. He's like, Clark's a great guy, man. He's totally gonna take care of Angie, man. He's great. He's a wonderful lab person. It's gonna be cool.
Time
Keep
to
an
suck
eye on
today's
her."
dick.
It's like, why don't you go fuck yourself, you weird little prick. I'm a teacher, okay? Can't talk to me like that.
Actually,
I'm not
Actually,
a
I
student. I can
can't.
say whatever the fuck I want, you chim fucking little bastard. You have T-minus 30 seconds to get off school property.
Or I'll call the police
Police
liaison.
liaison.
Yeah. I love. He's like, maybe they can trace the phones. He's like, that's how they got Saddam. I love that that highness. Those thoughts that pop up. It's just like clearly high thoughts.
Well, looky here, Mr. Folgers. What's up, son?
It looks like someone fucked you up with a coffee pot.
Look at my face. I look like Hamburglar.
Like I said, Craig Robinson just crushing it in
Oh, yeah.
this role. Love it.
Oh well,
And his partner is also just as
Budlowski, yeah, hell yeah. Oh well, be careful, man. Wear shoes in the house. Safety first, then teamwork.
Yeah,
There's so
safety
many of
first.
these fucking little guys that get like they say it like softly or some
Yeah.
other character speaking
Right,
over.
like the one where he's like, there was a murder, a man, a lady cop, and a guy. Oh my God, 3 people. Man, that's a massacre.
It's like a yeah.
I love even the interaction between Dale Denton and the police officer. What's the one who arrested
Cleo
him?
King, yeah.
Yes. Oh my God, that was so fun. In the back of my, I know that bitch. Like she's
I
basically.
think I know who that bitch is.
Like going on, and then you have Saul, who like hey, that's a cool friend. He jumps out in front of a police vehicle and then ends up taking it from her.
Anybody else notice that he did for the window wipers? He did the turn signal. Yeah. It was the wrong fucking.
He kept on pressing the wrong lever. It was great.
I saw 3 students walking from back here with eyes as red as the devil's dick.
So good.
I got just like 1 or 2 more though.
What a great movie!
Oh, dude, just again, fucking Red. Again, Red is my favorite character.
Daniel McBride does a great
when
job.
He's doing Thug Life. Yeah. I did that for easily 5 years after the movie. Just Thug Life.
And he shoots the half of the foot off of Dan.
Oh, yeah. You just got killed by a Daewoo Lanos, motherfucker.
Blast him with the shotgun.
But he also, Red is like, just make sure you get those bullets that he draws. He's like, I don't want to run them over in the vacuum and shoot my face off. It's just the craziest shit that he fucking throws out. All right, I got nothing. I got tapped out. That was good. I might have to put a disclaimer here to say, hey, we're just going to nerd out on quotes for like
Sure, I mean,
10
we
minutes.
did the whole fucking time, but yeah.
All right. Ryan, any last ones? You got them out?
No, I was just going to say, I just had a thought while watching this time. It kind of like a little slight connection to me. It kind of had like a little bit of like between this and like Dumb and Dumber, where it's like they're after 2 of these guys for like, but they're like, they think they're like, better than they are. Like, who are these guys? Like, how are they doing this? And like, in that kind of element,
I can see the comparison.
It's not exactly the same, but like just that aspect of it, where it's like these guys are just somehow got caught up in this shit, and now people are after them.
It's the Mr. Magoo kind of,
and it's the buddy comedy kind of thing.
Right, but I'm just saying the Magoo kind of thing is like this guy's lucking himself into good situations, which we might have to do a Mr. Magoo at some point here. All right, so let's kind of flip the script. I will have to throw out this question because I think it's something that's on a lot of people's minds. Like, okay, this is clearly a stoner movie, right?
Oh yeah.
But like, is it something that when you see it, not necessarily on TV, but like, let's say you watch it, like, are you having to like get high to watch it? Because I think that it's good enough.
It stands alone. I think you can watch it sober.
You can watch it not stoned.
And I mean, even just doing whatever, you have it on in the background. I think it's just a funny ass movie, and it's doing kind of like what it is trying to be. It's trying to be an hour and 45 minutes of like, hey, this is some funny shit.
Yeah, just pure comedy.
Pure comedy. I mean, that's kind of where my lane is more definitely in the comedy section. You'll see my movie collection kind of reflects that here. But we got a little bit of time. I just want to let's do some sequels, prequels, runoff. I got another category and then another thing, and then we'll kind of wrap it up.
Cool.
I got to take off in like a few minutes.
Okay. So, we'll get us wrapped up here real nice.
We'll wrap it up nice and tight.
So, AJ, any prequels, sequels, anything that you could see a spinoff of or something that you would want to see?
I mean, I guess just to see if Red still is alive. I mean, just kind of like them, kind of almost like a Hangover type thing.
Oh,
they could be like the 3 best friends or whatever, and just kind of see what type of debauchery they would get into, and to see if he actually did wind up on the radio, because that was like his whole shtick.
Okay,
that's
Ryan,
a good
what you got?
That's a good run.
Well, outside of the one they did in This Is the End, which is Pineapple Express 2 Blood Red, that was funny.
It was funny within that movie. Hell yeah.
I wouldn't mind seeing a whole movie about the Chachi kid and his 2 friends, kind of like a Good Boys kind of movie, but with them instead.
Okay.
Because that kid is fucking hilarious.
Smoking weed, doing
just that
drugs.
kid is like, hey guys, you gonna buy these tickets tomorrow for the game? Like before they even gave him the weed. I love that kid. It's great.
Okay, that's good. Bobby, what you got?
Mine would be the run of Saul and Red. I would love to see that duo in a movie by themselves, kind of maybe introduction of each other of like, primary distributor and then, sell, those guys are funny. Okay. I mean, you got Daniel McBride and James Franco. That'd be awesome.
Hell yeah.
So I'm in for Budlowski and Matheson.
Okay.
I want to see what they got into and stuff like that. But I would flip it to like something a little bit more with the Asian kind of competitor.
The Asian mafia.
The Asian mafia. Like, I kind of would love to see it. Like, I love Bobby Lee and I love Ken Jeong in those. And that's Bobby Lee's the other brother or whatever the fuck. And so do something with them getting involved, like Bobby Lee, Ken Jeong, Seth Rogen, and James Franco. You couldn't not be funny in that shit.
No,
so like there has to be something there that would have been fucking great. Any other prequels, sequels, spin-offs? I think we're pretty much good. All right. Two other quick things I just want to mention here. Just when Saul is being dragged by Matheson, he's literally holding his hand. I don't know if anybody caught that, like a little child. Like not like a gun pointed at him.
I also like when you have Saul in the air vents. He's trying to lift up Dale. It's like, that's never going to happen.
He's like, lift me, do it.
He's on his tippy toes.
Yeah. All right, and then the last one I just have is the finding guns on the ground. It's a comedy, but like they literally just look around. Hey,
AKs,
full AKs, full autos, all that shit. All right, so let's land the plane. Let's get a little bit of a rating system here, AJ. If you remember, we do a stream it, own it, rent it, skip it, designation, rating up to 10. Use your decimals.
Yeah,
I
would definitely say it's an ownable movie. I do own it myself. I have it on DVD, showing age again.
I don't know why that was funny.
So I have it on DVD, and I would have to say I would go a solid 8.5.
I like it. B plus, B or just a B.
I'll take it. You own it. Own this movie. You guys find a good time if you want to just kind of laugh. Saturday morning just to kick things off. That'd be the right type of feel. And I'd give it an 8-9. I thought it was well done. I thought that there was definitely some parts that, some parts that could have just done some polishing. I wouldn't say rework, but polishing. Yeah, great movie.
All right, Ryan, what you got?
Own, for sure. I'm going to go 9-3.
Dig it.
9-3. All right. I do own it. Motherfucking kick to the knackers, bro, though. Apparently it's scratched.
Oh, no.
So I put it in. Doesn't fucking work.
Use a toothpaste on it, bro.
I ended up watching that. What's the toothpaste?
It's not on Netflix,
toothpaste will get the scratch out.
Bullshit.
Was that Netflix like Prime or something?
Put toothpaste
like
on and then
rub it in.
Like some Sensodyne shit. Do we need extra protection?
I don't know. Just use fucking toothpaste.
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. All right. I'm going to try that. We're going to report back. Fucking have a live shooting there. All right. So we want to thank AJ for joining the pod. We will definitely have him back. Probably, honestly, I'm thinking next time maybe we do a golf outing.
Yeah, boy.
We get you on it here. So
him and Josh will beat him.
All right,
yeah,
Josh.
Sure.
It's coming at you. Watch out,
bro.
bro.
It's been set.
All right. So for the Journeyman Lounge podcast, I am Woj.
I'm Bobby. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
I'm AJ.
I'm Ryan.
All right, and we'll fucking talk to y'all next week.
Toodles.
Peace.
See you soon.
All right, so in true fashion, we fucking forgot the movie teaser, so we're inserting it right now. AJ's gone. See you later, AJ,
Bye,
man.
AJ.
Have a good day.
Good luck.
I love this. This is going to be in. So, Ryan, you have the next movie.
Yeah, man.
What you going with, man?
Stripes.
Stripes. What a fucking pick. Little Bill Murray action, Harold Ramis.
Yeah.
That's what I'm fucking talking about. All right, so Stripes is coming up next. I chose for the album, remind me again.
Surfaces,
Where the Light Is. Not that I forgot it. We just did it like an hour ago. So, Journeyman Lounge podcast out.
See ya.